Well, it had been talked about for a while, but President Trump officially, over the weekend, nominated federal judge Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court to fill the seat of the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Local 44's Devin Bates is live in the newsroom tonight with local reaction to the nomination, including a look at what it might mean for Vermont. Devin?
Mike, Election Day is just over 5 weeks away now, and if Barrett is confirmed, it would establish a clear conservative majority in the U.S. Supreme Court. Vermont Law School professor Jared Carter explains the significance of this nomination.
I think a Justice Barrett will look in many ways like a Justice Scalia. Her judicial philosophy is one of originalism, textualism. In other words, looking at the language of, say, the Constitution or a statute and being much less willing to read values or principles into that.
Lawmakers and activists are concerned that historic decisions like Roe v. Wade could be overturned in the coming years by a conservative Supreme Court. But Carter said it's most likely that its key protections will erode slowly.
There's a principle that the Supreme Court applies called the principle of stare decisis, which essentially means that cases that have come before should be respected. But there's no secret that Judge Barrett on the Seventh Circuit, although she's only been there for a couple of years, has been much more critical of Roe v. Wade, and in at least one dissent that I've read indicated that states should have more flexibility to restrict.
In anticipation of a scenario like this, the Vermont legislature passed a bill last year that guarantees access to abortion in the state. Governor Phil Scott later signed it. Carter said Vermont and other states may take similar steps to solidify other rights some believe could be subject to change, with Barrett serving on the High Court.
Whether it's environmental regulation, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's civil rights, it very well could open up avenues for the state of Vermont and other states to pass legislation because I think Barrett's very likely to have a much more states' rights judicial philosophy.
Patrick Leahy and Bernie Sanders both believe the future of the Affordable Care Act is also now uncertain with Barrett's nomination. Senate Republicans plan to hold hearings early next month and have a vote before Election Day, November 3rd. In the newsroom tonight, Devin Bates, Local 44 News.